Everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and we are doing our Astro Monthly Love, Life, and Abundance readings for all 12 astrological signs. We want to claim April as a very powerful, loving, passionate month for all of us. So let's claim that right now into our existence, no matter what the readings hold for us, right? And it's all good, and it's all free will, right? So if we hear something in the reading that doesn't suit our fancy, it's not like we can't take some information and prepare ourselves for what's to come and maybe even change course. So just be mindful of that. Finally, this is a general reading, so I am not able to possibly cover every scenario that could be affecting every single person, as this is just a snapshot of the overall energies affecting these people under these astrological signs. So for a more specific reading, tailored to you, tailored to your specific situation, definitely reach out to me. I do private Skype type readings or video readings, so I am available to you for that. You can head over to abundantlifetarot.com or check out my Etsy store, and I have lots of reading options that'll suit your situation, your budget, etc. So I just want to preface that now. I think, also you must understand that I am a reader, that I divine. And yes, there are some fortune-telling aspects to my readings, but mostly I am looking at the snapshot of the energies that we're coming into, and then looking at ways of how we can work around or through it to have the best possible outcome. So that's what I'm doing when I'm doing readings. So it's, if you're coming here looking for winning lotto numbers, that's just not going to be what I'm doing here. So just want to say that. But anyways, I want to also thank you all for watching and checking out these videos. It means a lot to me. And yeah, now my only request is for you to pick up your favorite beverage, sit back, chill, and listen to your astro reading for April. Much love. Thank you all so much for watching. Hello, Cancer. We are looking at your April life, love, and abundance energies, your monthly reading. So let's get started. Spirit, what are the energies that our lovely Cancer friends are working with in the month of April? Okay. All right. So we have passion. And we have peace. Don't get... Oh. Sorry, my dog. I had to tell him to get off. Okay. So we have passion and we have peace. These are the energies that you're working with in April, which are dynamic energies, both in terms of taking action steps, like passion. And I get a feeling of there's going to be a balance of yin and yang in your life. Like there's a sense of peace, the receptiveness of yin, and there's a sense of passion, the energy of moving forward, of advancing, of pursuits, of going after what it is that you really love and you are passionate about. So there's a nice balance of that this month for you. That is the energies that you are working with. That's lovely. All right. What, Spirit, are some outside or inside influences in Cancer's life that will be impacting Cancers for the month of April? Outside or inside influences. Trying to see if there's any more. Is there any more messages? 3, 2. Okay. All right. So for the month of April, you will have a windfall of money coming in. It could be maybe some of you have filed your taxes and now you're getting your tax refunds. This could be bonuses for some people, maybe performance or annual bonuses. Maybe this is a raise. Perhaps this is some business endeavors or clients finally starting to come through. Maybe you have balanced your checkbook and now there is a lot more money in your budget than you thought before. Perhaps there is a refund of something like a large amount that came back to you. So that also is a nice thing to see, and that would explain why there is a sense of peace for you in the month of April. You will have a windfall of money coming to you, which is exciting. And then memories. You're affected by memories of, I get a sense that these aren't like terrible memories because we have the overall energies of peace in your life. So I don't get a sense that these are negative memories. These are probably, in fact, good memories. They're actually what's providing you peace. Maybe it's providing peace in your relationship. If we look at additional messages for memories, let's see. It says, contacting, maybe perhaps this month, in the month of April, you contact someone from your past or someone gets in contact with you and you guys share memories together, happy memories, sad memories, but memories. Perhaps for some of you Cancers, you'll be creating a tribute to a passed over loved one. Some of you will be taking care of your mind through meditation and brain stimulating work, going within, finding peace, finding new ways to harness peace into your life. You will be finding yourself improving your focus and concentration through detoxing and good nutrition. So this all coincides. Perhaps passion is tied to the windfall and windfall tied to the passion. Some of you guys have been pursuing your passions and finally there is abundance that comes from that comes from you pursuing that particular passion in your life. Okay, let's see what else. All right, I'm gonna do, I feel like, that's right, like we are missing, sorry, back, I have to go get it. Okay, let's do a quick little tarot run here. All right, Spirit. What are lovely Cancers working with or dealing with in the month of April? Or what advice do you have? Okay, Cancers. So, in the month of April, we have the Five of Cups, and we show someone here who is kind of grief-stricken, depressed, sad, a little forlorn, crying over the spilled goblets of wine, and failing to see the one little lone glass of wine standing there. Perhaps this was the time in your life where you were grief-stricken. Perhaps the memories, memories are an interesting thing. Sometimes they can be negative and kind of scary, but oftentimes even the things that were bad that happened to us, in time, like they really say, time heals all wounds, and it softens it, and it almost makes it where you can look back at this time in your life and be able to objectively look at it. Some can even laugh at it even, but this was once you being sad, depressed, feeling powerless. And then there was a sense, and this is just, I don't get a sense that this is an energy that's present in your present today. I get a feeling that this is speaking about a past, like the past for you. But then you are reflecting, you are looking back, memories, a lot of memories. And a lot of this is coming up because you really are going on a more spiritual path. This you find yourself on. You're going within. So it makes sense that memories are coming up. The bad stuff that happened in a relationship, the bad things that happened at a job, perhaps a dream, like a mistake that you felt like was just so catastrophic. And it just, you're not able to see where the blessings were. But then with the Temperance card, Temperance brings in balance, brings in the ability to blend and to blend the music and bend and manipulate the musical sounds and notes like this DJ. You are in a place now where you realize, because when you have Temperance, you have the spiritual balance. You have this, you're rooted, you're grounded, you're balancing, all these different things. You have a balance of the yin and yang in your life, the peace and the receptivity, and then the passion, the grr of going after something. And this is happening because you are entering the Death card phase, which is a time of transformation. It is not something to be afraid of. It is not something to be scared of. This is something to to be, yes, nervous, sure. Don't be nervous. I can't tell you not to be nervous about that, but to try to be open and embrace it, because you are in a time of transformation here. And that's what the Death card in this instance is about. Death cards are rarely about the actual sense of death, like you dying or someone close to you dying. Although that could very well mean that, I don't get that sense. I get a sense that this is a transformation, a rapid transformation that's happened over the last couple of months for you, and that continues to go through April and then will continue throughout 2018. And right now you are in the midst of that, but you got there by your, starting to take care of yourself, starting to take care of your home, your life. You're just trying to get back into balance with everything. So you've been doing that. You started that probably, in March, and now when it carried on into April, but because of that, it's causing a transformation inside of you. And then we enter in the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is about action, forward movement, clarity of thought, sometimes a little reckless, but nevertheless ready to take a chance, ready to take charge, ready to fight for what's right, smart thinking. That's you. Like after you've gone through the transformation, you're now really ready to pursue your passions and endeavors head on. with clarity of mind. But you had to go through, like for some of you, this is like representing your whole entire month. You had to go through a moment of sadness and disappointment and a little bit of despair and not being able to see the goodness of maybe not receiving something at the beginning of the month. Maybe something didn't come through for you and you were disappointed. But then as you're able to find balance again, you're able to bounce back from that loss. You're able to then see the blessings. You're transformed from that perspective shift. And now you are in a place of actively pursuing your passions and receiving blessings upon blessings as a result of it. This is really a beautiful reading. It really, truly is. Before we do the abundance card, let's see, what do you need to do, Cancer? What do you need to surrender to live your best life? Well, and let's start in April. Spirit, what does Cancer need to surrender? Okay. Okay, this card was at the bottom and I accidentally left it out. So we'll have this as a part of the reading. And then this one, surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to Spirit. Doing so will help you bring clarity or even solve the problem. Something you're obsessing about. It's time to let it go. Let it go. Okay? And then surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that come from just being you. So that's the transformation, though, that's happening over here. That's the transformation. And surrendering to obsessive thinking about the situation. Turn this dilemma over to Spirit. If you have racked your heart, racked your brain, racked your spirit over it, and now you just don't know what to do, Cancer, don't keep mulling it over in your mind, beating yourself up, beating up your partner, beating up whomever about this situation, because it's not serving you or anyone. You know, what I love about the Knight of Swords is this is a fast energy. You know, you find yourself perhaps at one point not even able to really talk about the situation with your loved ones. Now you're able to be communicative. You know, you're able to share who you really are. It's quite interesting. Quite interesting. Okay, now let's look at the abundance cards. All right, Spirit. Okay. Any other cards for Cancer for the month of April? Detox your friendships. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. Okay. All right. And then gratitude list. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of this universe. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Now, let's move on to love. Spirit, what do we have for April for Cancers, coupled or single, for the month of April? Coupled or single, love, sensual, sexual energies. Well, I'm not going to be able to read all of these, but I'll do my best. For time's sake. It's a lot to say for the love area. So we have the Empress or the Mother. And literally, for some of you, this could bring on, pregnancy. Usually when we see the Empress in the love sector of a reading, that could bode, a pregnancy for many cancers. It also could mean the budding of a new love relationship or a new friendship. Love comes in many forms, right? So for the month of April, cancers will find themselves in just a loving, creative way with their partners. And then for the singled ones, you'll find yourself in a loving way where you're able to, there's no shortage of opportunities for you to meet people in April, to connect with people, to build new relationships that very well could blossom into a full-on love relationship. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So I get a sense that for some of you, there's new beginnings. Some of you Cancers will be moving in with your partners for the first time. It's going to be exciting, while others of you are taking a new beginning in your finances. Maybe you're starting out with a budget in April and you're excited about that. Perhaps it's a new financial beginning, like the purchase of a home, and that's exciting. So for the coupled up ones, this is a new beginning in your the Pentacles deals with your home life, your finances, the materials of things in your life. So that's what I get a sense of. And then for those who are single, I get a sense that because you are having new beginnings, maybe you've moved, you've found a new place, you're feeling more settled, you're feeling in a new beginning. And new beginnings also foster in when you are like, I'm ready to now settle down and have a relationship. Now you are finally moving into a place where you are finally grounded enough to really embark on having a serious relationship. Let's see. We have the Mother of Wands, which I believe is the Queen of Wands. And with the Queen of Wands, this is someone who is passionate, right? She is a go-getter. She gets and attains and attracts all that she is passionate about. She pursues it. She makes sure that her ambitions are nurtured. She oversees things in an efficient and powerful way. There's no one who is more passionate than the Queen of Wands. So for it to come up and then you have, the Passion card, it just tells me that either this is a presence in some Cancer's life, maybe this represents your energy or someone close to you, or this is just the overall energies of the month for you in April. You just really are on fire. There's a project that you're passionate about. And that maybe for the singles, that passion project leads you to being around someone who you meet, who is going to be someone that you are interested in taking it to the next level. While for the coupled up ones, this could represent your energy, being super passionate about the relationship and making it work, and being connected to your partner. And with the Queen of Wands, she is so giving of her passion in the relationship that her partner can't help but to want to give back to her. So this is really a beautiful time for the Cancer in terms of April, of love and romance, and the potentiality of a budding romance for many Cancers. And then for some who are not necessarily in a relationship or have prospects, we have the Seven of Wands, defending to the end. Some of our Cancers are literally out there protesting, fighting, a little distracted about trying trying to fight the ills of the world, because Cancers, after all, are passionate folk. And so they may find themselves not able to be really in a space in the beginning of April to really be devoted to love, or to seeking love, or to trying to be in love, or dating and all that stuff. So that's okay. And then for those who are coupled up, for some of you, you're finding that you've had to defend maybe some purchases you made or some choices you've made in how you spend your free time. And you feel like your partner's kind of coming at you a certain way, but you're able to, defend it and then be able to move on. I don't get a sense that there's any lingering energies behind that. And then we have, this looks like it says, I believe this is the Temperance card. Or is it Judgment? I always get confused on this one. Because you know why? I get thrown big time by the obvious that's behind the lady. So it just throws me a little. Time, Maiden, Mother. Okay, yeah, I was right. I wasn't right. It's the Wheel. It's the Wheel card. It doesn't have anything that really looks like a wheel to me. A new cycle, though, with a wheel. New opportunities, changes in lifestyle. And so, again, changes in lifestyle. The Temperance card came up earlier. And Temperance just really plays out here. You are now finally in a cycle where you are experiencing kind of a new life. Whether you're single, you're now putting your health, your passions, your pursuits in priority where it should be. And you're having fun as a result of that, of bringing that balance into your life, exercising even, really trying to live your best life. And for those who are coupled up, the Wheel signifies a beautiful new time in your relationship. The Wheel is about cycles. And right now you are entering a favorable cycle, a cycle that is great and powerful in love in terms of being in a relationship. Singles too, you go through a cycle. You go through a period of time where it feels like no one's out there, like you're kind of just on your own and no one's really trying to date you and what have you. And then you go through a cycle of, gosh, you can't beat them off with a stick. It's just like, wow, why can't it be, what's the word? Why can't it be a little more consistent? But that's not how life works. We are designed to be able to ride the waves, okay? And look at it more from a vantage point of, yeah, I'm going to have these ups and downs, these ebbs and flows, but in the end, I'm all good. I'm lovable. I am lovable. Whether I'm in a relationship or not, I am lovable. And you need to say that to yourself every day until you believe it to your core. A lot of times we think, of course I think I'm lovable. And you'd say that, but do you really, really believe it? And I mean, there are times when you have to love yourself when you've made some big mistakes, when you allow other people to disrespect you. So really just say it, claim it. I am lovable. I am love and I am lovable. All right, let's get ready to do our Romance Angels Oracle. Spirit, what's going on with Cancer in April, or what advice do you have for our coupled or singles? What advice do you have? I'll just go with that. All right, separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Free yourself. It is time to take back control of your life. And you're doing that, Cancer. Honestly, you are doing that. You know, for some of you, separation, maybe that's what the Five of Cups is over. Maybe you were remembering a time where you had to be separated from your partner. And now maybe you're back with that same partner and you've had to go through these changes. Well, that could be that, you know, it could be, again, a memory about a separation, not necessarily a current energy. For some of you, maybe the transformation, the death is the separation of a relationship where you're going to now have a new beginning, a new charge in life, a new direction, a new movement forward, and you're going to free yourself. Many of you are going to find yourself finally getting out and letting loose and taking back control of your life. Some of you have been, you know, maybe partying too hard, or maybe working too hard, or maybe playing too hard, and this out of balance. You not being in balance will cause ripple effects in your whole life, including your love life. So free yourself from the tyranny of imbalance, you know? And then this, again, I get a sense that for some of you, and many of you, this is about a memory. But then for those of you who are actively going through this, just know that this separation is there's cause for it. Don't feel bad about it, because you're freeing yourself. And at the very least, you need to do that for self-love for yourself. You have to. It's important. Separation sometimes is good for the relationship. Some of you may find that you'll be feeling free because your partner went on a long business trip. Nothing more than that. But you'll have some fun. You'll have some transformation going on. All right, let's close out with the Heal Yourself reading cards. What do we have for the Heal Yourself reading cards for Cancer for the month of April? Take off your mask. Be your authentic self. Come present. Come be present. Yeah, take off your mask. Let your hair hang down. Let your hair hang down. Let's look at the guidebook on this one for take off your mask. And it's number 11. Let's see. Stop trying to appear different to who you really are. It's time to take off your mask and be the real you. You cannot get the love and attention you are craving by pretending to be someone you are not. Why are you so frightened to be honest with yourself and others? Do you feel that you will lose friends and opportunities by showing others your imperfections, fears, and vulnerabilities? Are you constantly doing things to please others, even if doing this does not work for you? So in other words, stop playing the martyr. This card indicates that you need time to get to know yourself and what is important in your life. You will know that you are evolving when other people's judgments of you no longer impact you. If you have an incredible talent, believe in yourself. Don't hide your greatness because others feel envious or resentful. Remember, every great leader had people who loved them and believed in them, as well as those who doubted and disliked them. Wow, that's some powerful stuff. That's the medicine for you to remember for the month of April, okay? Bring your authentic self. Take your mask off in every interaction that you come across. Try that for the month of April and see how much transformation happens. I guarantee you it'll be a huge transformation, okay? All right, Cancers, it was such a pleasure doing this reading for you. Thank you so much. Many, many blessings to you. Happy spring. And yeah, catch you in the next video. Hello, Leos. This is your April monthly love, life, and abundance reading. And let's just go on and get started. All right, Spirit, we are looking now at the overall overarching energies for the month of April for our Leo friends. What do we have going on for April? And what energies or things had our Leo friends been working with or working through or going to be working through in April? Jumping card, please. Okay. See if there's going to be another one or not. Let's do 3, 2, 1. I like to look for jumping cards. It's my thing. So, the only card we're working with from this deck, at least for the month of April, is gratitude. How beautiful. So, Leos, you have some things to be grateful for, and you recognize that. There's things that are blossoming up in your life in the month of April that gives you a lot to be grateful for in areas of life, love, career, passion pursuits. Everything in your life that's going on is just an opportunity for you to exercise gratitude, and that's such a beautiful place to be in. I find it wonderful that this is the only card that felt the need to jump. I've been doing readings for people for this month at least, and several cards from this deck jumped, but not for you this month, Leos. And this is for most Leos who are watching this video for the month of April. So yeah, it's a signal to you to be grateful. Also, this is confirmation, Leos, that for the entire month of April, you will have opportunity after opportunity to be grateful. Keep a gratitude list for this month so you can marvel in May at all the things that you had to be grateful for in April. That's beautiful. All right, let's see. What do you need to surrender, Leos, in the month of April to have a wonderful, impactful life? Okay. Any other messages? 3, 2, 1. Okay, again, another, as my husband would call it, a one-shot Ersky. Okay, so surrender your desire to control people. Being over-controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. And so this is also not just speaking to controlling people, but controlling situations in your life, wanting to control it to the point that you want to steer the outcome. Remember, it is your job in this manifestational process to focus on the what, the why. Don't worry about the how. Okay, and that goes for your relationships with people. Don't worry about the how. In a relationship, allow it to unfold the way it needs to unfold. Don't feel the need to start telling your loved one how to get a job, how to live their life. Let them figure it out. Okay? Don't try to steer a situation and manipulate it to the point that it's going in your favor, but it'll go in your favor for a moment, but it may not be all the blessedness that it could be if you would just allow the how to be handled by the universe. Okay? All right. Now, let's take a look at the tarot for some insight for the month of April for Leos who are watching this video. What do we have for Leos who are watching this video for the month of April? What's going on? What advice? All right. Any other messages? Okay. All right. Ooh, some good stuff jumping here. So the first card that jumped was the Sun card. And anyone who is watching this, who's a Leo who does tarot, knows that this is like the most favorable card in the deck. So I get a sense that in the month of April, here is more concrete evidence that you are really, your things in your life are illuminated, beautiful. You feel inspired. You feel empowered to live your best life yet. Things in every area of your life are working out beautifully. Okay. That's wonderful. The next card that jumped was the King of Cups. And with the King of Cups here, King is always like at the mastery level of what you're trying to do. Cups is the emotions, a suit, if you will, in the tarot. Swords would be like the mental and so just as a comparison. So when you look at the King of Cups here, this could represent someone in your life, perhaps someone who embodies the energies of the King of Cups, someone who is a master of his emotions. He is someone who is also very assured in his emotions of what he's trying to do. There's emotional balance and strength behind this person. And this could be a man or a woman in your life. This could be more on the romantic realm, but it also could represent energies inside of you where you finally have mastered some emotional balance in your life. You're finally feeling like on the other side of maybe some traumas that happened. Now you are at the mastery level of being able to navigate emotional situations like a champ, like a king, and come out on the other side not being so bothered and scathed like perhaps maybe you were in the past, where things would really impact you and hurt you. Now you're able to really objectively look at things as the King of Cups could. And then we had, I believe, the Justice card was the next card that jumped. Some legal matters could be resolving in your favor. In the month of April, perhaps there is some situations at work that at first you were worried weren't going to work out in your favor are now turning into your favor. For others, this is simply maybe a balance, if you will, that is starting to shift into your relationships. Perhaps you finally started setting up healthy boundaries in your life so you could be able to accomplish some goals. Perhaps you just needed to set some boundaries in general because family members and loved ones were not taking advantage, but just it was becoming to a point where you weren't being able to value what you need to be working on. So now there's a shift in that. Now there's a balance in that. So there's a lot of balance that's coming in April for you. A lot of fairness, if you will. Things that feel fair. You feel fair. If you're a parent, you find fair ways to deal with your children. For the month of April, it really is just a sense of balance in emotional aspects, physical aspects, legal aspects, financial aspects, just all across the board. Love and emotional aspects really is a powerful time right now for you, Leos. So you really want to harness this time. You want to get clear about your goals. You want to see what will stir you, because now is the time. Lady Luck is on your side. Blessings are on your side. So you want to take advantage of that. Okay, so what is impacting Leos internally or externally in the month of April? What's impacting Leos? Oh no, I don't want that many. Not that much. What's going on for Leos? Okay, so let's say here. Okay, parental care, health care change, family changes. Okay, so some of you are definitely taking care of your parents, or in a situation where now you're confronted with taking care of elderly grandparents or parents, and it is impacting your life in terms of you have to now think about what to do, especially if you're starting off in a new relationship. you are going to find yourself needing to negotiate what you do with your parents or your grandparents, because you're the primary caregiver. While others of you, this is a dynamic where it's just a situation where it's either a child-parent or parent-child situation of caregiving. And so it's either you being taking care of a parent or someone is taking care of you. Okay? That is going to be something that is, for some Leos, you're going to have to be confronted with working with. And we'll look at the guidebook for additional meanings in just a moment. Here we have healthcare change. So some of you may be inspired this month in April with spring coming in to start really looking at your physical physique. So maybe you start a new workout regimen or a new diet, or perhaps just drinking more water. Perhaps this is news where you find out that you may have like a health scare, but the sun moment comes when you realize it's easily treatable, or perhaps you find out it's not as bad as you thought, and so now you're feeling really grateful for that. So some of you will be experiencing that kind of healthcare change, while others will be getting better from an illness that have been going on. So that's interesting as well. Again, we'll look at additional meanings for that. And then family changes. Perhaps maybe you and a partner are moving in together. Maybe some of you are going to fall pregnant, and, or there's going to be pregnancy that's impacting your life. Perhaps there's family members who are coming to live with you. With this card together, this really signifies that for some of you Leos, grandparents or parents, older generational situations are impacting your life in the month of April and going forward in your year. So we'll look in the additional meanings here to see what's going on there. Parental care. Okay. So it could be caring for a friend or relative, deciding on living arrangements for aging parents, healing your relationship with your parents. And I'm going to also read this paragraph because I'm called to read it. You drew this card because your aging parents are weighing on you, and you are guided to ask for help and support from healthcare professionals and other relatives. It seems that you might have been assuming that no one else would lend a hand, yet garnering appropriate assistance is essential to everyone's well-being. Loving someone does not require you to be a superhero or to wreck yourself to save him or her. Love takes account everyone's highest good, including your own. Healthcare change. Let's just look at a couple of meanings for that. It's saying, get a second opinion, Leos. If maybe that's what I'm saying. So perhaps you find out that you've got some kind of condition, not like necessarily life-threatening, or perhaps it might be. And then this card is signifying that perhaps you should get a second opinion. And when you do, you then have things to be grateful for. You then get the Sun card in your life. It's not as bad as you thought. The prognosis is good, and you're happy for that news. And then we have change healthcare providers. That could be very well what's going on. Maybe after you get a second opinion, you go on a whole new holistic approach in your diet, in your life, and you're just on a whole new trajectory, and it's feeling really good to you, as we see in the Sun card. Recognize that you are a healer. Now, we didn't really discuss the High Priestess, and my apologies. The High Priestess, I think, is coming up in conjunction with this card as well. Is that because some of you Leos are starting to come into your own, realizing that you have healing powers, that you have intuitive powers. Also, for some of you who may not be so tapped into your intuition or your healing powers, that you're a healer, maybe a Reiki healer, or maybe you're also into the tarot arts, or perhaps you're into crystal healing, or whatever you are into, massage, whatever. you are called to really move forward with that this coming month, okay, and beyond. You're called to go ahead and really pursue it with the High Priestess. There is a lot of following, going forward, being, having an alchemical process and making things go forward, that magical process, magic happening. So that is definitely speaking to me heavily, and that even if you are not a healer, I get a sense that you may go seek healing, okay? You go seek healing from someone who is highly intuitive, and you also get a lot of healing this month in April. Maybe you go to a tarot reader. Maybe you go to a Reiki master. Maybe you go get some massage. Maybe you go to a yogi. I don't know. But things tend to turn around for you health-wise. And then we have family changes. Let's see what's going on with family changes. Pregnancy, birth or adoption, a change in living situation, divorce or separation, life transition, health concerns, marriage. So all of these things could be impacting many Leos in the month of April. So look out for that. Okay. I mean, there's a lot packed in there. Pregnancy, birth, adoption, okay. A change in living situation, a breakup, which isn't always necessarily a bad thing. It could bring some balance, some healing into your life, much needed healing. Okay. And for some of you, you will be getting married or getting engaged or really taking a big step forward in your love relationship. It's quite beautiful. It really is. All right. Let's look at your abundance card. Spirit, what advice can you give Leos for the month of April and how they can bring more abundance into their life? What do you have? Three. Two. I'll just stop there. Employment change. Your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. You are being supported, Leo. Some of you are going to definitely be facing some employment changes, whether voluntarily or involuntarily, but it's all good. You are supported. You are moving in the general direction that you are trying to go in. Don't feel bad if you went up for a promotion, you didn't get it. There is a bigger blessing in store for you, okay? There is an employment change that is going to rock your world and change the trajectory of your life. So don't get hung up on it if it happens to you. Actually laugh with joy because this is all just divinely being led, okay? Successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to you. So perhaps you have a business endeavor, an artistic project that's underway, maybe some other work avenues. These two cards are telling you that you are supported. God would not plant these seeds into your heart space. It would not plant this passion to get this done if the tools weren't already there at your fingertips. Don't worry about the how. Just worry about the why and the what. The what and the why. and you'll get there. Okay, take your action steps. You're going to have to get to a place where you can listen to what Spirit is saying to you, because Spirit is divinely guiding you. Sometimes so clearly you'll be like, wow, I can't believe all this time I wasn't really deliberately listening like I could have. I could have been living a whole kind of different kind of life, a better life, had I been in tune and listening before. All right, let's move to the love section. All righty, we've got love on our mind. For our Leos, what are the love, sensual, sexual energies for the month of April for our coupled and single Leos? What have they got going on? What's going on for Leos? Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know. This is a lot. Let's see. I'm going to reshuffle. And this time I'm going to really shuffle. Spirit, we're looking for just a few cards for Leo in terms of love, singled and coupled. For the month of April, we want some guidance, some energies about what's to come in the month of April. Okay, it still wants to be chatty, so I'm just going to go with it. First card that jumped was Oneness, which is the Universe card. Beautiful card. Absolutely beautiful, okay? And the reason being is because you have the Sun card, you have a couple of 3 major arcana cards. The Sun just is the High Priestess. Then in your love area, you have the Universe. Then we have 8 of Cups. Then we have Mother of Swords or Queen of Swords. So some things going on. All right, so with Oneness or with the Universe card, in the month of April for our coupled up Leos, you will find yourself being really connected, really vibing with your partner, going to the most deepest level in your relationship yet. Deeper than you thought you could, deeper than you thought you were ready for, especially if you're in a newer relationship. For our singled Leos, many of you will be now dating, for those in the Northern Hemisphere, you are feeling the spring air and you're ready to start getting out there and putting yourself out there, and people are responding in a beautiful way. You're finding many opportunities to flirt and to connect with many different people in the month of April. And then throughout the month of April, it's just this energy kind of going on where you just are in deep gratitude over the connections that you have. I just can't get over how the universe is, at your fingertips. It's amazing. That's why I'm saying you really need to harness that this month, Leo, because it's really powerful. You have the 8 of Cups. Typically, this is for when you see when this person is leaving a situation. She's looking off into the distance and saying, you know what, I need to maybe leave a situation. Some of you are actually, like the cards say, leaving a situation, leaving a relationship that's no longer serving you and going into a new territory, while others of you are thinking about how you've had to do this in the past and how you're grateful that you're not in that position today. So this is more of like a memory for some of you, while others, this is an active energy that's going on in April where you're actually having to disengage and move. But it's not a forlorn, like, sadness overall. Yeah, you're sad in the moment, but overall, this is for the best. This is taking you to your higher good, this breakup, this moving on. So it's not tainting the rest of your life here, clearly, because you still have the Sun card. It's almost like you want to move on for some of you, while others of you who are not in that situation, again, I get like this is a sense of more like a memory, or more of like, I went through that. I felt that before. And it's interesting that now I'm not really so much going through that at this moment. It's like you're able to look at it, compare it even. And this goes along with the Mother of Swords, the Queen of Swords. For some of you with the Queen of Swords energy, you know, she is razor focused. She has gone through some things. She has seen some things which kind of, she's not always the most patient in terms of, I mean, she's patient because she knows that things have to take time to evolve, but she's not patient for people who just don't, who kind of have a shallowness to them. Like, she's seen some things, she's witnessed some things. She's got this guy, you know, the head coming on the platter. So for some of you Leos, you're not really, who are single, you're not really for the okie doke, just dating just to get along. You really are like, look, I could do without all of that. I could be by myself. I can move forward and travel this world by myself and only deal with people who are emotionally ready to deal with me and to really come correct. While people who are in relationships are either dealing with the Queen of Swords type of energy in a partner, or you are embodying the Queen of Swords, where you're just like, look, I need it like this. You're delegating finally. You're having even your smaller children, if you have children, pitching in and helping out. You're having your partner do more. You are able to really just kind of steer the relationship a little bit more, because you've had experience with this before, and you know, like, this is where I'm trying to go. This is what I want to happen. I want the relationship to blossom. Just be careful though, Leos, to not oversteer it, to surrender your desire to control people. There's going to be a struggle with that. I get a sense, okay, this is probably more for the intimate relationships, this card. You're going to have to surrender to needing to control situations, needing to control outcomes, needing to control relationships, because it's just not healthy for you. It's not healthy for your partner. Okay. All right. Enough about that. Let's go on to some romantic advice in April for our coupled and single Leos. What do we have here? What do we have for our Leo friends for love? Okay. All right. First card that jumped was let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So I get a sense that this is for our single Leos primarily, but it also could be for our coupled up Leos, because sometimes it's good to take a break from your lover, your partner, your husband, your wife, and go hang out with your friends in the month of April. Find a couple of times in the month to go do different things, because that helps your relationship with your partner. It keeps it spicy. You guys don't get yourselves sick of each other. There's some distance there. We're going to read a little bit from the guidebook, though, for our singled ones. And then we have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So I get a sense that for our coupled up Leos, you are in a honeymoon phase, as clearly we see in this reading with the Sun card and the Universe card. You are in a honeymoon phase. Enjoy it. Relish in it. Really, really relish in it. Journal about it if you need to. Let's look at the guidebook. Let's see here. Let your friends... Let's see. This card indicates that you need to be more willing to ask for guidance, especially within the context of your love life. For instance, Discuss your feelings, hopes, and dreams, and allow others to help you. Perhaps they'll offer support, give advice, or even know of a potential partner among their acquaintances. This card is a signal that you benefit from spending quality time with your friends. If you're currently in a relationship, you'll get a renewed enthusiasm by having regular outings with good friends. If you're single, then spending time with these special people will get you out of the house and bring in fresh energy. Your friends may also introduce you to a wonderful romantic partner. Honeymoon. Okay, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. This card indicates the need for a getaway to nurture romantic love, Leos. The specific application of this message depends upon the person who is inquiring. For some, this card has a literal meaning. You're going away with your new spouse following your wedding. For those already in a long-term partnership, this card speaks to reigniting the spark by taking a romantic holiday. It can also relate to a honeymoon period of a new relationship. And for still others, this card indicates that you will meet someone special while on vacation. So even for some of our single Leos who are on vacation in the month of April, perhaps in the beginning of the month during the April break, you may meet someone that starts a new relationship. All right, that is beautiful. Now let us close out with the Heal Yourself reading cards. All right, Spirit, what do you have for Leo? Some final words about some healing work that can be done in the month of April. Oh, no. No, I'm going to have to, sorry guys, reshuffle. Love when that happens. All right. Beauty. Being able to see the beauty in your life, finally. Being able to see the beauty in yourself, finally. Being able to see the beauty in your life and your potential and the possibilities, finally. It's amazing. There is just this overall sense of beauty coming in. For those who are in the southern hemisphere, you know, perhaps you're entering that cooler season. For those who are in the northern hemisphere, beauty in that. There's healing in that. Let's take a look at the guidebook to close us on out for this reading for April. Recognize your inner and outer beauty. You are beautiful, special, unique, and attractive. Remember that, okay? When was the last time you looked in the mirror and felt good about what you see? Did you know that your features can literally change based on how you feel about yourself and your life? Your internal experiences are etched on your face and your body. People can feel your energy when you enter a room. When a person who is not thought of as being physically good looking connects to their own inner light, wisdom, and warmth, the glow that emanates from within makes them extremely appealing and attracts people and opportunities towards them. Focus on what you love about yourself and allow yourself to shine. If you are challenged by how you see yourself, this could be a perfect time for an internal and an external makeover, which is always fun. Wow, it's beautiful. All right, my lovely Leos, it's been so much fun doing this reading for you. So many blessings coming your way. Yay. Happy, happy, joy, joy for that. Anyways, much love, and I'll see you all in the next reading and video. Bye. Hello, Virgos. I am doing your monthly love, life, and abundance reading for April. So let's get started. Spirit, what energies will Virgos be working through and working with in the month of April? What's going on with our Virgo friends? Okay. So we have cleanse and peace. So for the month of April, I get a sense that many of you are going to feel a literal need to cleanse, to purge, to make things cleaner in your existence, in your life, at your work, in your home, in your car. Perhaps this is also wanting to cleanse what's on your mind, cleanse what you're putting in your body. You're going to be more focused on that. Some of you will be actually doing cleanses in the month of April. So there's a great just urge and need to cleanse, to purge out also toxic friendships, relationships that's just no longer serving you. So that's healthy. That's good. And as a result of that, and also another energy, vibrational energy you'll be dealing with is peace. There's just a great sense of peace going on in your life right now, Virgos. And you, despite chaos that may be going around you, maybe at work and at home, you are able to stay in peace through it all and be a source of peace for others around you. It's quite beautiful and powerful. All right. What do our Virgo friends have to surrender in order to have a really beautiful life in April? Let's see if there's anything else. 3. No, that's too many. Thank you, Spirit. Any others? Okay. There's a call for you to surrender to passion. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. Unleash. Let that be the word for you for the month of April, Virgos, is to unleash. Surrender to your intuition. Tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. So there's going to be just a sense of a need to listen to your intuition. You're not someone who necessarily always goes off of intuition. You like to have a more practical look at things. You might have feelings and gut feelings, but you look at things more practically. But in the month of April, there's a shift going on inside of you. There's a need to focus more on your passions, and there's also a need to listen to your intuition, to be divinely guided in the month of April. All right, so let's take a look at the tarot guidance for April for our Virgo friends. What's going on in April for our Virgo friends? Oh, nice. Okay. Let's see. What's going on? Let's see what we've got. Okay, so Ace of Wands deals with new beginnings and passion pursuits. So that's no surprise there. We've got the surrender to passion card. There's aces are about new beginnings. Wands are about passions, ambitions, pursuits, things that stir your being, your heart, your drive, that's going on for you in the month of April for many of you Virgos. But then we have the Five of Wands, which usually kind of indicates there may be some kind of bickering kind of going on, or some dissatisfied people, or people kind of expressing crisscross of opinions around you, maybe at work, maybe in your family, but it's an energy that you're going to be dealing with in the month of April. And then we have Two of Swords. Some of you will be faced with having to make a decision and you feel like you don't see all of what you need to see in order to make that decision. Well, the Two of Swords calls for you to actually follow your intuition, follow your inner guidance, follow what guides you to the answers. You have the answers. Surrender to your intuition. If there's something that's coming up that you don't quite know what to do and how to get there, just sit with it for a moment and the answers will come. There's the Four of Cups that jumped. This person is looking a little forlorn, not seeing, wow, like he's being served a new glass of wine. He's kind of, a little reticent and just not really appreciative of what's before him. You're going to have to deal with people who are kind of in that vibe space, and you're going to be the one probably saying, hey, look what I've got here. Look what I've got there. And this person is just kind of despondent. Whatever that is, don't make that about you. You need to then just say, you know what, I'll leave you in your space and I'll move over here. Clearly, I can't make you happy, and that's what it is. And your intuition's going to guide you. If you find that you're this person, don't be surprised if someone is feeling inside of them that they need to walk away, for a moment. And then we have Five of Pentacles. In the month of April, there's a sense of feeling kind of outside of things, kind of outside the loop of knowing what's going on, maybe at work, maybe at home, just feeling like everything's kind of up in the air and not feeling so secure, feeling, left out, a sense of feeling left out. And, that can be overcome. Also, some of you may be feeling like you've overspent on something, while others feel like, you've had to make some sacrifices and it's still not getting you to where you need to be. You still feel very destitute in a way. And so it's just a time for you to kind of do some introspection in the month of April. Kind of center yourself, ground yourself in peace. Really ground yourself in peace and listen to your intuition on what you need to do, because your intuition is going to guide you to where you need to go. Okay? More so than even what the cards can tell you. That's for sure. All right, Spirit. What do Virgos have going on internally and or externally in their life? What do they have going on? What's going on? Okay. We have finances. And we have spiritual growth. Finances, again, there was a Five of Pentacles moment. So we're going to look at the guidebook for some additional meanings here. And then spiritual growth. In the month of April, Virgos, there's so much going on here. You're cleansing, you're purging, but you're also grounding yourself. You're getting peaceful, even amidst like chaos, even amidst people not being satisfied. Maybe perhaps you find yourself trying to always be the people pleaser and it's not working. So you're now caused to go and follow what is going to make you happy. New beginnings in your passion pursuits. Choices following your intuition. Let's look at the additional meanings for these two oracle cards. Finances. Good timing to ask for a raise or promotion. Starting a new business. New beginnings, new business for some of you. Reducing expenses. Caution about whom you enter a business agreement or sign a contract with. An investor, an inheritance. Winning a settlement, a favorable outcome. Graduation, settle debt. So, in the beginning of the month, you could be feeling like the Five of Pentacles, like, oh, what did I do? I can't seem to get ahead. But after doing some diligent budgeting and really making some sacrifices, you're able to get to the other side of that. Maybe there was something you had to overspend on, but in the end, you were able to get back on track. Then we have spiritual growth. Let's see what kind of spiritual growth is going on here. Some additional meanings could be spiritual seeking, a change of religion or new spiritual path, being true to yourself, a legal issue, a health challenge, being true to yourself. That's going to be super important in the month of April and going forward for you. It's time to start being true to yourself and start putting your needs before others at this time in your life. It is now time to do that. Let's see, what can Virgos do to bring more abundance into their life in April? Visualize abundance in all forms. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings. And that is what you will experience. Let go of guilt. When you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. Letting go of guilt of no longer always having to be the caregiver, always being the one to take care of everything. For the month of April, let that go. Again, in the month of April, it's important to start visualizing abundance in all forms coming and showering and raining upon you. Even just spending 30 seconds a day envisioning that happening for you could have so many powerful ripple effects in your life. So consider that, even in the midst of all that is going on. All right, let's now move on to love. What spirit do our lovely Virgos need to look out for in the love area, both for our single and coupled, for the month of April? Okay, so we have eruption. This looks like the Tower card. Sorry, it's graphic. And the Ace of Wands. So, for many Virgos, one thing is certain: passions are definitely erupting, if you will, literally. Passions are runneth over. Some of you are finding yourselves in steamy affairs going on in the month of April and beyond. And it's torrid, and things are now about to topple over and be revealed. While others of you are just finding that you are in a very passionate, sensual experience with your partners right now. And that's wonderful. You're surrendering to passion, and you're finding that your partner is being quite reciprocal. Ace of Wands again. Ace of Wands in your, regular life. Ace of Wands, new beginnings and passions in your love life, Virgos. This is just super confirmation of that, right? So for you single Virgos, this is new beginnings and passions, dates, new, perhaps you will start to get news of people wanting to actually go out with you. Maybe you're doing some online dating and it's finally hitting off. Maybe you have some friends who say, hey, I want to hook you up with so-and-so. I think you guys would be great together. There will be news of that going on. For those of you who are coupled Virgos, there are new beginnings in the way you and your partner are interacting, and you are now finding that you are having just a newness to the passion in your relationship. It was something that had was kind of wavering for a little bit, and now it's erupting again. But again, there's something going on where the tower is when you go to a place, a point of no return, and now it topples in the way you see your relationship is viewed differently. There's going to be a big shift in your relationship in the month of April. And it's curious to me. I mean, this eruption card, it is the Tower card, but it's like, wow, it's something with that volcano. Right? So it's like the end of a cycle, drastic changes, breaking of old habits or old ties. So there's going to be a big shift for you Virgos. I'm curious to see, let me know what that shift ends up being in your relationship that's going on. And for those who are single, there's a shift. Perhaps you won't be single anymore, or perhaps you will be single now. There's a breakup. Something's externally happening there. It's interesting there. Interesting vibrations. Let's get some love advice for our lovely Virgos, coupled and single for April. What love advice do you have? Okay. We have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring, so there's no surprise. There's a lot of sexual energies going on that's erupting and being explosive. There's no shortage of passion in your life in the month of April, Virgo, for sure. Whether you're single or coupled, no shortage of it. Lots of romantic feelings going on. And then staying optimistic about your love life is uber important. Visualizing abundance in all forms, and that includes your love life. Visualizing that you are in a loving relationship if that's what you desire. Visualizing yourself being flirtatious with someone that's attractive to you. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. You must remember that, okay? Must remember to stay optimistic about your love life. No matter what it appears to be going on right now in April, don't get down about it, because that could then pull your relationship or pull your love life down. You want to keep the vibrations up. So you want to stay optimistic, even if things look a little down or not sure, you're not sure of what way things are manifesting. Don't get into a cycle of starting to call your friends up and get negative about the romance. Get negative about your love life if you're single. Don't do that, because it's not going to serve you. It's not going to serve you whatsoever. Okay? Let's get some guidance. Let's get some loving guidance from the guidebook here. Romantic feelings. I just want to read a couple of on the guidebook. All right, so it says, I just wanted to read here. It says, in some cases, you'll receive this card as a signal that you are ready for a new relationship. It then guides you to take action, such as being aware of people who you meet, who may be potential partners, as well as frequenting places where such potential partners may be. These would be locations or events associated with your hobbies and interests. And having romantic feelings, just... It's saying perhaps you've met someone who made your heart leap and you wondered whether to pursue him or her. Well, this card says that the answer is yes. So this is confirmation for some of you here. And then staying optimistic about your love life. Let's see what that has to say. If you've been complaining or worrying it lately, the angels guide you to shift to a more optimistic perspective. And I get that in the Four of Cups here. Where you're just kind of like, I'm not really where I want to be, and it's just never going to get better. Don't do that. Even if you've had your romantic hopes repeatedly dashed, there's still reason to hold the faith that real love can be yours if you believe it. Today, take action steps to positively manifest the love life you desire. Whether you're single or in a partnership, begin by visualizing yourself, as romantically happy and satisfied. See and imagine yourself with a wonderful partner who embodies the qualities that are important to you. Imagine that person appreciating and loving you too. You can write lists and conduct journaling sessions about your feelings, hopes, desires, and intentions. You can also create a dream board with images and phrases related to your love life goals, paste it onto a poster board. Daily, look at this dream board with positive intent and follow any inner guidance to take actions related to your dreams. Your positive outlook will make you a more physically and energetically attractive person, which will definitely help your relationship with yourself and everyone else too. Some beautiful guidance for you there, Virgos. Some wonderful guidance. All right, so I've got decks for days around here. So let's get some healing, loving advice for Virgos for the month of April. What do you have for our Virgos? What healing words or healing advice do you have? Wild. So in the month of April, remember this, Virgos, you are being called to follow that wild instinct that's inside of you, the intuition that stirs your soul. Go do things that really allow your wild side to just run free. You have not been able to do that for the longest time. And so now you're being called to do that. Spirit is saying, you know what, you've been living life a little too safe, Virgos. It's time to have a little more fun again. Time to get a little more wild. Time to get a little more passionate. Time to make love. Time to dance and time to sing loud and time to just live life to the fullest. Are you doing that right now? Let's take a look at wild, the meaning of wild in this guidebook, and just know, life is for the living. Yeah, it's nice to be successful, but you need to start enjoying your successes. Take some time off. Call in sick. Have fun. We take ourselves so seriously sometimes, There is a wild, untamed spirit inside of you, desperate to be unleashed. Free it and claim the gifts of energy, power, passion, and creativity it offers you. Through suppressing your wild, succulent, outrageous, and untamed self, you dull your senses and crush your creativity. You shrink, lose your energy, and become depressed. Your relationships suffer and your rage grows. You become ashamed, hostile, cold, boring, over serious and scared. You stop taking chances and live in mediocrity, constantly trying to protect yourself. The truth is that no one can judge you, punish you, or hurt you as much as you can. Give yourself your wildness and stop living a damn sham. This part of you is sensual, provocative, truthful, courageous, bold, passionate, and alive. My Lord, my God, set it free. Set it free. All right. So with that, my lovelies, that is it for your reading. Thank you so much. Many blessings to you, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.